Hey, welcome to the hottesthiphop.com podcast along with the Head Above Water channel. Splash on the microphone right now. I have Daz with me as well. What's going on?
Chilling.
So you got a topic.
I want to talk about Drake.
Oh, boy.
Like, do you think Drake is on the level of being one of the all-time greats? Like, is he on the same level as, like, for example, a Jay-Z? Or I'm just gonna talk about people that's alive right now. I'm not gonna even mention like Tupac, because I don't think, no. Tupac, no. Biggie, no. But do you think he's the hottest right now, the person of rappers that are alive?
Well, that all depends on your personal definition of what greatness really is, because everybody's definition is
just
different.
Making music. Just music, purely music.
Just music.
Yeah. As far as hip hop,
I think he's talented. He does have very catchy songs. I don't
like who right now that's out. Do you think that's either fucking with Drake or either is better than Drake?
Because like if I name some of the artists that I like, right? Everybody's gonna bring, people are gonna hate on me. Everybody's gonna bring in record sales and numbers. And me personally, what makes somebody great, I don't really give a fuck about numbers and all that. Me, my all-time favorite artists, I have two all-time favorite artists that are still alive right now. It's DJ Quick and E40. Those are my favorite of all time. All right.
Damn, really?
What's wrong with them?
No, because it's like,
no, go ahead, speak your mind. What's wrong with them?
Where you from? You from Texas?
Yeah.
And your favorite rapper is E40 and DJ Quick.
So my favorite rappers have to be from Texas? What if I was from Wyoming?
No, they don't have to be. I'm just saying. That's interesting.
That's
like, okay.
I mean, I have some top rappers, but if I could be locked away and only had to just pick two artists that I could listen to for the rest of my life, it would be E40 and DJ Quick. Yes.
Wow.
I have all of E40's music.
Damn. I mean, he's cool. I like E40. I used to listen to him like back in '96, maybe.
See, like people listen to his voice and they're like, oh, he sounds like this. But I listen to the lyrics. I listen to what he says. That dude says some of the flyest shit. He's an innovator. A lot of slang.
That's true.
A lot of slang that we're using right now came from E40.
Yeah, I know.
And some people might say, well, nobody heard it because nobody fucks with him. But hey, I fuck with him. That's just me. You have a personal preference as well. But back to Drake. All right.
So those are two top right now.
That's my. But no, I'm talking about actively. I guess right now in 2017, my favorite. I like the Migos, man. I've always liked them. I've liked the Migos since day one, since I heard of my.
Oh, okay, but no, all right. But that's talking about who you like. That's personal preference. Let's focus on
what everybody else likes.
Drake. No. I'm saying this. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is Drake in the level of being one of the greats or a legend, like, already? Or is he on that level, like, of, like, maybe, I guess you could say top 5 or?
Well, as far as an artist, yes. Well, as far as an artist, that's a tough question, though. That's a tough question because you've been caught many times not really writing your own lyrics. You've never spit a You've never spit a freestyle without your phone.
Yeah.
And here's another thing.
Yeah, true, huh?
For everybody out there listening, me and Daz, we live in Asia, okay? And there are more Asians on Earth than I think any other race. So you need to tap into that international market if you're trying to brand yourself and if you're creating that pop superstar, okay?
Right.
And one thing that they look at out here is they look at your skin tone, Okay, a lot of people that have popped and crossed over, they're a little bit lighter. You know, they're not the Akons. They're not the, you know, like, you know, some of the dark skinned folks out there. You got Beyonce. She wears a blonde wig, which is nothing wrong with that, but she has a blonde hair and the lightest skin tone. You got Drake that's out here. And if you look at Drake, Drake looks like somebody in every community.
Right.
When I went to Canada, I've seen at least like 4 different people that look exactly like Drake in Canada. And the Hispanic...
He's ambiguous, I guess you could say.
Yeah, like in the Hispanic...
Like he could be any race or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like... There's certain Hispanic people that I met that look like Drake. East Indian. You name it. Like, you've seen a Drake in like every community. So I guess a lot of people look at him and they might not necessarily say that he looks just like me, but they probably have a family member that looks like him. But it's almost like looking at him like, okay, he's safe. And that's one thing that they look at over here. They don't look at like, because out here in Asia, white is right. They like white, okay? But they don't mean like white as in, okay, your lineage came from the people who survived, you know, through the, you know, the Caucasus Mountains or whatever. They're talking about,
just
they're not
the
talking
skin
about
color.
Caucasian, they're talking about the skin color.
Or just the light white.
Right.
Yeah, basically
So
color.
People out here, and this might sound crazy to people listening, but they look at that and say, yes, I will support him. So as far as crossing over, making music for everybody, yeah, I'll say he's one of the great. You know, I'm not going to take anything away from him. But personally, me, do I think he's one of the great? Man, if you've been caught, of course there's artist development and everybody gets help. But, I mean,
Okay, so let's go about it. Since we know that he possibly doesn't write all of his songs. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. I mean, because he's beyond the point of being just a rapper now. Now he's to the point of, you remember, like, for example, Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah.
Pop icon, pop star. It ain't no way I'm sure he wrote a lot of his songs and he can produce, because I actually seen him do that. But I'm saying, like, it gets to a point where you do need a machine or a team behind you of maybe writers, you know, of course, producers and everything like that, that can craft hits for you. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you to deliver the hits. What I'm saying is, so I already know that part. I'm saying that his delivery and his performances, or his presentation basically of the music, or the, you know, just this generation of artists, is he up there now? I mean, he actually is, so that's not a question, but
right.
Is he one of the top? Like, can you say he's the number one? I guess I that's what I want to say. Does he have the number one spot right now?
Yes, he does. He does. And I think in the beginning you compared him to like the Jay-Z.
Right.
I mean, Jay-Z would, I would say, he's number one on like business.
Mogul. Yeah.
Business. I like his, you know, his business sense of mind. All right. You know, Drake doesn't seem like he has that. You know, we just talked about Lil Wayne in the previous episode, and it's the same thing. Like, I don't see him as there's too many hands into the Drake franchise. All right, you got Rap-A-Lot Records, you got Cash Money, Young Money, and I think there's somebody else. If you look at if you look at the credits, there's a lot of names on the credits. So, of course, there's going to be people there who's like, hey, I've invested this much money into you. No, we're going to make sure you get the best. Okay? We're going to make sure this works. And it does work, you know, because obviously you had to see, like, I've seen videos of Drake before he met up with Jay Prince Jr. and Lil Wayne and everybody.
Right.
You know, he kind of had the same flow.
Mm-hmm.
But
you talking about like when he was with rapping with Trey Songz?
Nah, this
That
is
video?
no. This is way before. I'm talking about like
Not the
2008. I'm talking about
yeah,
2008.
I'm talking about that too. I'm not talking about the not the one that's
You talking about Successful?
No, not that one.
Oh,
It was a long time ago. Like it's called Same Girl, I think, or some shit like that. Or it was like when they were like really just starting out. Even Trey Songz, he just starting out. This is like about 2007, 8, some shit like that.
no. Trey Songz has been around since the early 2000s. Nah.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying he was still kind of like young in the game, basically.
Oh no, I never heard of that. I didn't hear that.
Okay.
I remember there was a song he had with some girl,
Mm.
and it's like this is what. See, as a rapper, there's a difference between a rapper and an artist. Okay, Drake is an artist.
Right.
As far as an artist, yes, he's number one. As far as a rapper, I can't really give him number one. But what makes him a dope rapper and a dope artist is because what's the first thing when you hear somebody? What do you hear? You're hearing their voice. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I was just thinking that.
the
I was
voice-
just gonna say that.
the voice comes first. Fuck all
Yeah.
that, how he looks or his appearance and everything.
Right.
That man has a clear.
I was
Voice.
just thinking that.
He can
He has a distinctive voice
yeah.
that no matter who you listen to, I mean, like you can hear like anything. When the Drake record come on, you know that's Drake,
Exactly.
like off the bat.
He has a radio voice.
Yep.
You know, it's kind of like Ludacris. Ludacris had that radio voice when he started on the radio.
Yeah.
It's very clear. You can hear everything. He's not mumbling.
Right.
You can hear everything he's saying, and that delivery is fierce. I'll give him that. All right?
Yeah.
But, some of the records when he first came out, he came out starting off with the ladies, the mixtapes. But I guess when you started digging into his personal life and some of the goofy decisions and the shit he would do and the shit he would say, then it's like you find out, okay, this guy's kind of a cornball. It's just then that started happening. Then he started making some simpish. I think what was that, Marvin's Room?
Yeah.
That was a very simpish record. And I'm from I'm from Texas, but I lived in Canada for some years, so I know how the dating life is up there. I know how shit is. It's a matriarchal society up there.
But
So those records coming from him, it best fits him. But somebody from America wouldn't understand that unless they've lived up there.
Yeah. I'm just, you know what, man? I have to play devil's advocate or the other side because, okay. First of all, I think those albums or those records that he does, those songs like Marvin's Room, I actually think a lot of people can relate to those. The reason I say that is because that's like it started off. Basically, he's talking on the phone with a girl, basically asking her what you doing and blah blah blah. And she says, "I'm drunk right now," or some shit. That's some normal everyday shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that everybody go through.
Right.
And then like she's like, basically, what you doing? Like, I guess they want to hook up or come over or some shit, whatever, right? Now, what he's talking about in the song, I'm trying to remember.
No, he was basically hating on. He called her up, hating on the guy that she was with. That's what it was. Fuck that dude that you love so bad. The thing is,
Actually, you know what? Is some fucking. That's some sucker shit right there.
People can relate to it. Yeah. People can relate to it, but
people can relate to that. But I don't do that shit.
But is it helping? Listening to that song, is it going to help you? I mean, I guess all this other gun talk shit, that ain't helping nobody neither.
Right. But that's more reality. That's more relatable because it is a lot of people that does that shit. I'm not saying I do that. I don't agree because for a minute I totally forgot what that song was actually about. So you just reminded me. Yeah, that is some sucker shit, right?
Yeah.
Basically said fuck this nigga or whatever. I'm like whatever he was saying, but basically that is fucked up. So no, I don't necessarily support that. But I still do think a lot of people can relate to that. And I'm sure women hear that shit all the time.
Right.
I know that's fucking relatable for women specifically.
Right. But,
and that's his core damn demographic, basically.
Right. But his other records, I guess, are like, I really like, I like One Dance. His last album's pretty dope. I like One Dance.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
Hotline Bling.
Yeah, I like that. That was cool.
I like
That was dope.
I like Controller. That was a hot record.
See,
Nah, Controller was dope. And then what was that other one?
those two songs, I'm not really. They good.
The one
I'm not
with
saying they're
Rihanna.
not good.
Work. That
Yeah,
was pretty dope.
Now, I like those. To me, the Controller and the what was it called? One Dance.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
To me, I ain't really feel. They're not bad. It's not that they're not good songs.
What?
But to me, it sounds like it's forced. Like he's trying to do that.
Nah,
Like that's some Sean Paul type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no.
I don't want to hear you
see,
doing that.
Hey, let me. So everybody listening out there, Daz, you've never been to Canada, have you?
No, but I'm saying.
Okay,
I know that's the big culture thing. I know that.
Yeah,
I
but
already know that's what it is.
Right up there, they're not really big on hip hop like that. Anything hip hop, it doesn't really get the full support up there. It's the reggae. It's the reggae scene.
Yeah.
There are women up there that if you like that hip hop shit, they're not fucking with you up there. Those reggae clubs are packed up there. So him coming out as hip hop, it's like, okay, there is a hip hop scene in Canada, but it's I won't say it's small, but it's not as big as the reggae scene. So it's like you coming out as hip hop, it's like, man, you need to do what we've been fucking with for this whole time.
Yeah, but guess what?
What's up?
But guess what? He's not reggae.
But
that's the difference.
But I know
it's not genuine.
He's an artist.
Yeah, but it's not genuine.
See, now you got me sticking up for Drake. Come on,
but think about this. Think about it. You could have came out being reggae. You know what I mean? Him being from Canada and all. But that's not who he is, though. He's the half black, half Jewish kid that grew up listening to Lil Wayne and hip hop and shit that he always wanted to be, a part of. He wasn't coming out on some reggae type shit. He didn't come out the gate on some reggae. So it's to me, when I hear him doing that, I know that's part of Canada's culture. I know that's big, but to me, it sounds like he's just doing some shit just to catch the wave or something.
But check this out. Check this out.
To ride the wave.
Check this out. Earlier you said, man, you from Texas, but you like E40 and DJ Quick. Now, if I'd have came out as an artist and I came out kind of sounding like the West Coast, right? But I'm from the South. It's like, okay, you do that well, and that's
but guess what?
But you from the South. See, that's the thing.
But
up there, it's all reggae.
But guess what, though?
What's up?
Guess what? You know what the difference is between that? It's still rap. We're talking about different genres completely versus just a different style of rap. You know what I'm saying? Like Texas versus the West Coast. Okay, you're talking about a whole totally different genre. That's to me, that shit sound like.
Then you got to get on him singing. You got to get on him singing. I think if you can do all types of music, if you can sing, rap,
I'm not
reggae,
saying he
whatever,
shouldn't do that. I'm not saying he shouldn't do it. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, to me, for example, that work that was dope to me. That sound more natural. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like the island type flavor to it.
So Controller wasn't?
No. I'm not saying it doesn't. No, what I'm saying is what the fuck is that called? Work. It has the same type of. It's from that genre also, like that same type of island feel, but it sounds dope. It sounds like it flows. It goes with his sound or his voice. Controller and One Dance, to me, it sounds like.
Sounds the same
he's
thing.
He's altering his voice to sound like some Sean Paul type shit.
Man,
to me,
I didn't hear that at all. And them Canadians in Toronto, they could do that well because they grew up around that. They grew up around that.
Right, but guess what though? The difference is what he presented to us when he first came out in all these years is he's just rapping and shit. So it's like now when you talking,
so what about Sean
even though
Kingston?
that might be his real voice, that might be his real accent, to me it just sounds like fake in a way. Even though it might be real, I don't know. But
But does
It's
it
like,
matter? Does it? Because Snoop Dogg did the same thing. Sean Kingston's
how?
doing the same thing.
Like how? What you mean, Snoop?
Snoop, like he came out with the Snoop Lion.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
I mean, his videos were in the
but not
millions because of
everybody-
his name. But
Yeah, right.
you know, he was trying to do something different. It's like, man, I'm a middle aged man. Like, what the fuck am I still rapping about cripping and
Right.
you know all this other
Right,
shit?
right. I'm
Sean
not
Kingston,
saying-
he's not from Jamaica. This man's from Florida.
Oh, for real?
His natural accent isn't even a Jamaican accent. This man
No,
just
no,
sounds
no.
like a regular motherfucker from the block.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that he can't do that because he did it with Work, Work, Work. He did that with some other songs. There's some other songs on the album that has that Caribbean flavor that's fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? I can't
But
think
you
of the
didn't like
name of
that.
it.
You didn't like
But no,
those.
just that one in particular, those two, they're good songs. I'm not saying they're not good, but it's like when I listen to it, it sounds too like pop, like too pop, like
But
It sounds corny to me, like cheesy and shit.
But you know what? Like, I think that most pop music, pop is short for popular. Most pop music is cheesy and corny. Let's be
But
real.
work. That shit, that was pop, but
I said
fucking
most.
dope.
I said
Well, yeah.
most. I didn't say all. Now, I think he's trying to cater to those from his neighborhood that he lived in. Well, I mean neighborhood, I mean country of Canada.
Right.
Because it's like he was pulling away from his roots in the beginning because it wasn't Canada that put him on. Let's be real. A lot of people, and that's another. I'll get that on a personal topic on my channel, but a lot of people in Canada, they don't, you know, like they don't support hip. They don't really they never put their own. So people from America put him on, and he was talking about in the beginning, Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. That was his main thing.
Yeah.
People thought he was from the South or whatever. He's not from there. So now it's like Toronto Raptors, they kind of made him the face card of the team. Or I think he's like some assistant coach or whatever. The way Canada does it is like, if you're a big time artist and you're making it big, or you know, you got a name and you're from Canada, you're representing the country, you're pretty much a part of like you bigger than their prime minister up there. If Drake wanted to walk into a meeting that the prime minister was having with some big officials up there, they would allow him to do that.
Yeah.
Just because he's Drake. He can walk in anytime, put suit and tie. He can do that shit. Just because you can't do that in America. Yeah, you can go to the White House, but you're not in none of these secret meetings that we got going on over here. Drake can go in some of those meetings over there. So now he's trying to cater back to his people over in Canada. He's building a new mansion in Canada.
Yeah,
so now it's like I'm gonna come out with a more Caribbean vibe for the people in Canada, because the thing is, like, a lot of those hip hop clubs over there, they're very racist. They don't. What they do is, like, if you show up and there's white bouncers in the front at these hip hop clubs, if they don't like you, they just be like, go. So everybody has to go across the street to the reggae club.
Oh,
you can't get into the hip hop club. So
wait, so who the fuck is in the hip hop clubs?
yeah, so they're just picky like that. You got to look like a square, a lame. You know, sometimes they don't even want no black people up in them hip hop clubs.
Wow, that's
so
crazy.
Now it's like, okay, I'm gonna make this for the reggae.
That's kind of how it is in Japan too. In some places, and I ain't gonna say necessarily in Osaka.
Yeah,
but I heard that this club in Tokyo, called Harlem, I think it's called Harlem.
Oh, okay.
They have like motherfucking, you know, of course it's Japan, but it's like motherfucking we the motherfucking original people. Like they be trying to like basically not allow, I guess, black people or whatever. Or you have to be what it was you have to be with somebody to be able to go in there or some shit like that.
You got to bring a girl in.
Like either you got to bring a Japanese person, a friend, or some shit like that. Basically, you got to know somebody to get in.
Somebody got to vouch for you.
Yeah, and it's like, wait a minute, motherfucker, we're the original motherfuckers and shit. Yeah, this is our culture. Yeah. You would think you would want us in here to give it more credibility, but yeah.
No, they
anyway.
don't. Yeah, so crazy. That's how it is. Like he's really making it for people in the reggae clubs up there. He's taking it back to his roots. I'm not mad at that. So
yeah, I mean it's cool. I'm not saying like, you know, like I said, he got some songs on there, man. That's fucking dope, man. On that More Life album, did you hear that shit?
Nah, I didn't hear that.
That shit is, man, you need to listen to that because it's some songs on there. It don't sound, the ones I like, they don't sound so what's the word? Manufactured, like pop, like just straight up electronic pop, technical.
It was some
That's
gutter
how
shit.
more like it sound more like some it sounds more like some real genuine, like old school type of, you know, Caribbean flavor type music. Like it has like real instrumentation and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you have the real guitars and shit. It just got that that vibe. You know what I mean? Like it's real. You know what I'm saying? That fucking One Dance and that, what's that shit called? Controller? No, I mean I listen to it, but it's like that's, to me, those two songs, those are skippables.
Nah, more.
Like I'll skip those.
Controller
if
was
I'm listening
hard. Controller was hard.
Yeah, man. I'm not saying this. It's a good song.
But you see,
from a technical standpoint, it's a good song.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, it just sounds too. It fucking sounds too technical. It sounds too manufactured. Like it's trying to be a hit. You know what I'm saying? Like some Sean Paul shit or something like that. Like that whole sound, like I'm not, like me personally, the reggae I like, the shit I grew up listening to, I like the original type sound. As far as up to like Shabba Ranks.
Yep.
All that other shit, like after that, like that whole dance hall. I even like Beanie Man. I like some of his stuff. But a lot of that other shit after that, man, like,
yeah,
I'm not feeling it.
This new shit I ain't fucking with.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling that shit. And that whole, what was that shit with in a Latin, that damn genre?
Reggaeton?
Yeah, that shit, no.
That was
terrible,
man.
man.
That was terrible.
To me, that's what that shit remind me
of.
Was
everything in reggaeton was the same fucking beat. Like,
yeah.
You can't, like, I don't want to hear nobody talking about, I'm the producer. No, motherfucker, y'all all the same thing.
Yeah.
Y'all just have the same drum kit down there using the same shit.
Right.
And that other dance hall shit, it was just a bunch of motherfuckers swinging bitches in the club and jumping from the stage onto a bitch.
Yeah, to me, no. Just a bunch of noise. I can't do that.
Nah, yeah.
I gotta have some kind of, I gotta have some kind of like rhythm and some damn melody or something. That shit, like,
Yeah.
But I mean, no, it was cool, man. But I'm telling you though, if you listen to the More Life album, he has some other songs on there that's still in the same flavor. It's still like, you know, that vibe, but it just sounds better, man. I can't think of that. I can't even. But
let me tell you something, man. Like,
look up something.
As far as him being an artist, they looking at him as somebody they could market. Drake is somebody that you can market.
He's marketable.
Do I think he's the best rapper? No, I don't think he's the best rapper. He has the voice, I guess, for, you know, because we live in Asia, so we know how they think out here and other places around the world. He has the image. As far as his talent, of course, it took talent to get in the door, but is he that talented? I mean, if you let's look at the first record on More Life. It's called Free Smoke, right? The writers, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He has 10 different writers on this one song. So
that shit dope too, though. I ain't even lie though, man.
So you're not the best rapper. If I look at your track, if I look on your tracks, and if let's say you're the only person on that track, if I see more than one name written on that track, if I see more than 2 names written on that track, you're not the best rapper. I'll say a second name. I'll give you the second name because you might not be good at writing hooks, okay? But motherfucker, if you got 10 writers on that track, there's 10 people in the studio that are just writers. Fuck the engineer, the producer, and everything. 10 people that are just writers. That means they're there making sure that this shit sounds hot. It has to go through 10 hands to make sure. Nah, change. How you got 10 people telling you, change it, put it like this. Put it like this. Do this. Add in this word. What the fuck?
Ooh, shit.
Like, what the fuck? How many bars on there? So it's like, all right, we each get 2 bars. So you sounding like a different person you're not even being yourself.
Right,
You
right,
don't
right.
even have a say so. It's not you.
But you know what? But the thing is, though, he can take it and make it work. That's the thing. Like, yeah, maybe somebody else wrote it, but if they would have did it for themselves, it wouldn't have been as hot. He knows how to make shit hot.
Nah, not when you got
sound.
10 writers.
No, think about it.
That was
What
something
that
he was
dude?
born with.
Right, but think about that dude. What's the Quentin Miller, right?
Yeah.
Quentin Miller, supposedly, I guess he wrote some of those songs on that. I forgot what album that was, but now
That was that mixtape.
Okay, when he brought out his own shit, basically writing the same exact type, you know what I'm saying? It sounds like it could be some Drake shit, but I mean, because it's him writing it, but it's like it don't sound the same.
Yeah,
It's not as
he sounds
it's not
slow.
as it's not as exciting, or it's not as listenable.
He has a monotone. He's a monotone dude. Monotone
Yeah, but
voice.
Drake, he kind of got like that too, though. But it's just something about the way he delivers. Like, it's about
Drake,
delivery, man.
Drake isn't. Nah, I can't say Drake is like. He has a voice.
He does
but
have
he
a
doesn't
flat
have a
type
monotone
voice.
Nah, I don't.
In some of his stuff, he can. He can he can, like, of course he can, like,
Not on every record.
have melody and not on every record. I'm saying, like, he just has that, like, that same kind of like flat. But it's powerful though. I'm not saying it's bad. He has that same sound where it's like you don't really hear a lot of pitch in his voice. Like when he talk, it's just like blah, blah, blah,
when he
just
talk,
the same
on the record.
when he rap too.
Nah, I would have to disagree.
Think about a Drake rap.
Sometimes sometimes it's too over the top. Like Ludacris is definitely not a monotone rapper.
Nah, he's not. See, that's the difference.
That should be going hot, up and down. But the average rapper, going by your definition, it's like
I'm gonna give you an example.
no. See, Quentin Miller, he's monotone to the point where he puts you to sleep. That's what he's like. All right,
true.
this man, he got a dunce cap. He got the helmet on at school. That's no disrespect to him out there,
Right.
but that's how he's just like when I heard that interview with DJ Vlad, it was just like. Yeah, then I heard those reference tracks. 10 band, 100 band. I don't want to hear you. I'd rather
know what
it
it
come
is?
from, yeah.
When Drake do it, he just his voice just has more sheen. Like it's something about his voice. It's like it adds that shine and gloss to it, like that
soul
excitement, energy. You know what I'm saying? It's just something about his voice, man. It cuts through the record. It's just something about Drake. He just got that voice, man. Like, it's just nice. But back to what I was saying about the songs that I just listened to just now. It's called Madiba Rhythm.
Madiba Rhythm.
That one and another one is Passion Fruit.
All right, Passion Fruit, I'll give him full credit on because there's only two
That
names
shit's
on the
dope.
writers. Passion Fruit, the producer was Rogues, and Rogues helped, had a writing credit in there as well as Drake. But I can give you that if there's one other name on there. You and the producer, because the producer can be like, nah, like I hear you saying it like this. Just go back in the booth and say it. And you be like, oh, okay, yeah, I give you that. So you get your credit for that. But 10 writers, 10.
Yeah, that's a lot.
10. That means like, no, motherfucker, we gonna make sure you get this right. Especially Glow with Kanye West.
Yeah.
There's 1, 2, 3,
You already
4,
know that
5,
nigga.
6,
Kanye West
7,
got a million
8,
writers
9,
and shit.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
God
15,
damn, you
16,
serious?
17 writers.
Are you serious?
Yes, so this
my
is
fucking God.
going back to the top. This is what I'm saying. He's not the best rapper.
No, he ain't the best writer.
Well, that's what rapping's
Writer.
about. Come on,
Not
if
necessarily.
Jadakiss, come on, like I think
That's an MC.
Jadakiss is dope. I think Nas is dope. I think they're dope. Nas, a lot of his music puts me to sleep sometimes, but I think they're dope. But if they had 11 writers, if you go back to this shit, 11 writers,
Right.
come on, man. Like I can't. 16 writers, 17 writers, nah. I don't look at you the same. I can't hold you with that in the highest regard like that. We know Tupac didn't have no writers. Hell, they said this motherfucker would knock out track after track after track after track and be gone. He was in and out.
See, that's why to me, Tupac will always be the fucking best, man. Always.
Yeah.
I even like him more than Biggie. To be honest, Biggie was dope too, but I like Tupac, man. That motherfucker, man. Golly.
Yeah, me personally, I like.
Don't nobody give me that feeling like that, man.
Right. I like Tupac more, but as far as real, I think Biggie was more real than Tupac. That's just because he was. I would say he's more authentic because Biggie was from New York. He repped his block. Tupac, you don't know where the fuck he from.
No, he's from New York, but he moved to.
Nah, he was born
California.
in New York. No, he was born in New York. He was raised in Baltimore. Then, after he graduated in Baltimore, he went to California for a couple.
Yeah, but
years.
That wasn't his fault though necessarily.
But you're not.
It was just because of his mother.
But you're not from here. Like, I love Tupac. Don't get me wrong. I like Tupac, but you're not from here, homie.
He's New York, man.
No, he's not from Cali. That's what I'm saying. He's not from California.
From Cali, of course not. Yeah,
but,
he's from New York.
But it's like people hold him. Nah, he's like the West Coast.
West Coast.
The West Coast, Mount Rushmore. Nah, he ain't from there, homie. He didn't even sound like he was from the West Coast.
Actually, to me, he did when he started getting like his earlier material was East Coast, of course. Like Me Against the World, that sound, that was East Coast. But later on, when you got like like I Get Around, or is that on the same album? I don't know, but anyway, his I Get Around.
Yeah.
To me, that's that's West Coast. The even the what's the name of the song? That's West Coast.
Well, obviously, yeah, because he had Digital Underground on the record.
That Straight Ballin', that's West Coast sounding.
Man, look, I don't want to get off topic.
Even the All Eyes on Me. Hold on, I'm gonna even the All Eyes on Me. That's West Coast sound, straight up. That All Eyes on Me record, that's West Coast.
With the help of E40 and them and DJ Quick. Yeah, because you had the team around you. But where you from, homie? Where you from?
But still, I mean, that's like, okay, you from Texas, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you was born in Texas. You probably lived there till you was like 18. After that, you decided, you moved to Canada. Now, say you've been living in Canada for 20 years.
No. That's an insult. Use a different example. Fuck that. Nah.
All right, so say you left Texas when you was 18 and you moved to just I don't know, fucking California, whatever.
Okay, that's better.
You've been living there for 20 years. You don't think you're gonna have a lot of Cali influence, and you're gonna be like mostly California now?
We ain't talking about 20 years. Like Tupac, he probably spent like a year or two in Cali.
Nah, man, hell no. Are you crazy,
bro? When you listen,
do the research.
Hold on. No, I have done the research. That's why I'm saying it, because look at Combat Jack show. Like when Combat Jack was popping, he had a lot of artists come through. It was Sadat X. He had Tretch. He had. I mean, there's a lot of artists. It was like
he'd been there at least almost 5 or more years. I think.
No. Then Haitian Jack, the Haitian Jack connection with Tupac. Haitian Jack couldn't leave New York. Nah, that man. He spent like no more than couple years, like 2-3 years.
He had to be there at least 5 years, man.
Man, he was in New York a lot. I mean,
yeah, I'm sure he was.
It was like, no, that man was always in New York.
Yeah, I'm sure he was. I mean, because you could travel like that. But my point is, obviously, rappers like that, I mean, they can write and fucking deliver. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Drake, he can write. I already know he can write. That's not the issue. Because, I mean, obviously, when he first came out, no. What I'm saying, I'm talking about with me personally, because I'm saying it ain't the issue to me because, I know now he uses other rappers, obviously. I mean, but that's just like the whole thing I was saying with Michael Jackson. When you get to a certain level, you're more than just an artist or a rapper. Now you're like a pop star, or, you know what I'm saying? So you have to crank the hits out.
True.
Right. I already know he can write because, I mean, obviously his earlier work, he was writing and shit. Now, I know he wrote for other people. You know what I'm saying? And we already know he can rap. So the whole thing I'm saying is like, I guess right now
they gotta make sure you gotta win because you got your own label.
Yeah.
You know, you're and that's another thing. Drake, I mean, there's so many hands in his pocket. He's not even the highest paid artist, to tell you the truth. Like J. Cole makes more. They did like a comparison of people's how much people
Who gets more from their actual music
like,
and shit.
Like for performances and music and royalties and everything. J. Cole gets way more than Drake. And you know, no, it's up there. I have
maybe the record sales and shit. I'm sure he probably doesn't get a lot, but you think from like touring and shit and shows, I'm sure he makes a lot of money from that.
Yeah, but his name makes
the
money.
Majority.
His name makes money. Drake makes the money, but does Aubrey Graham make that money? It's a total difference. See, the thing is you got your own label and you're bringing in certain people so you can get that tax break or whatever. So he's like, nah, these are my artists right here. I'm gonna need a little bit, back at the end of the, I'm gonna make some money off them. But you signed to Young Money, Cash Money, Republic, Aspire, Universal Motown, and Rap A Lot Records.
But he making so much fucking money, man. Drake is fucking dude. He got bank, man. I'm sorry, but he got bank. It don't even matter.
I didn't say he was broke.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
It don't
even matter that he ain't getting paid from those. I mean, even though that is kind of fucked up though in a way. Like you making all of that fucking music,
right? But what
everybody else eating off of that shit.
But what I'm
but
saying
he's getting more money. Hold on, let me say this one thing. He's getting more money from sponsorships and like other companies, like for example, Apple.
Right.
He's making money from that, like Sprite, Apple, just whatever other companies. He's Jordan, maybe.
He's safe. That's a safe artist to do business with.
Exactly.
You ain't gotta do business with Lil Boosie, or some shit like that. You ain't gotta do artists with 21 Savage. Just do business with them. They're too much of a liability, man. It's too much of a risk. They show up smoking on blunt. It's like.
Yeah.
See, the reason
even
why
Kanye West, man, sad to say.
But the reason why I named off all those labels, right, is because it's important because they, like you said, they got to make sure you got to crank out the hits. They got to make sure this shit works.
Yeah.
I'm in this for profit. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different powerhouses that are in your, or 6 different powerhouses that are in your pocket. So it's like, okay, Cash Money, Young Money, and Rap A Lot. It's like, man, and Universal. We all got to make sure because they know they got to break bread with that next guy. Later on, they know that.
But you know what though?
So it's like, no, we gonna make sure this works.
But maybe I mean, I don't know personally. Really, I don't know. But I'm saying like, maybe he get a lot of money up front, advance, and then of course, I mean, he'd be cool. Think about it. If you're a rapper, you Drake, right? You just came in, or you signed with all of these companies or whatever, right? If they say, okay, we'll give you $20 million advance or $10 million advance or whatever, you never had shit in your life. You know what I'm saying? 10 million, think about you right now in your life, your situation. 10 to 20 million, even 5 million. You know what that can do for you? You could take that money and flip that into other shit. You know what I mean? Start your own companies to where now when you're making the music for them, yeah, you're like, well, I already know that money, I might get a small percentage, but I know they have to recoup from that advance, plus they gonna get their profit or whatever, right? I'm gonna get my little share. So he's probably like, yeah, whatever, I'm just gonna do this, my obligations, make all of this music. But the thing I don't like about that is the ownership. That's the only thing I don't like. Like, who owns that shit? That's the problem I have. Like, you doing all these fucking records. Just like when we were talking about Lil Wayne earlier in the other episode. Drake, same shit. Like you said, you doing all these fucking records, right? All these hits. Who the fuck owns this shit at the end of the day?
Hey, maybe OVO is the escape plan. That's his escape plan.
Yeah. Right. So that's what I'm saying.
Because Drake was OVO. All about Drake. We was talking about P. Rain in the last episode. Drake was, thought he was from America.
Right.
He had tracks like Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, and
sounding like
in America.
Texas.
In America, he was banging women in America. By the way, he's never been with a Canadian woman. Well, since he's been on. Let's put that out there. So you're messing with the
not
American
that you
women.
know of.
Yeah, not that we know of. I'm talking about in the public eye.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So you have you were in America. You were messing with the women. You were touring all around America. Of course, you were doing shows, giving back to Canada, whatever. But now it's like he's getting. No, I mean, yeah, he might be in front of the Toronto Raptors, but that's still American money. That's an American check right there. That's Toronto. Right. They're really trying to build Toronto back up. All right? Well, not back up. They're trying to build it up, okay? But now it's like, okay, I got the mansion being built in Canada. I'm cool, and I'm close with, Parliament up there. I'm close to the team. I don't think they're going nowhere anymore. I don't think they're going to pull out of Toronto anywhere. So it's like he's trying to take it on home now, as they say. Take it on home. That's probably what he might be doing. I don't know how many albums he signed to or what his contract, what are the particulars in his contract. But if you sign to a number of albums with each label that you with, hopefully when he fulfills his contract and he becomes a free agent, of course he's just gonna probably do the Jay-Z thing. I'm gonna just come out with OVO sounds,
right?
So
I mean, he's actually, to me, I think he's in a good position. I mean, even though he does have a lot of people in his cookie jar and shit, they hands in the pot or whatever, but it's like I said, I don't know what his advance was, but dude, man, he got banked, man. He got so much from sponsorships and shit like that, like I said. But he got, like you said, OVO, motherfucking making.
But they make, the mother labels, they make money off of that. He's not in a 360 deal. He's like in a 720 deal. That's what the fuck he's in. He turned around one time, like, damn, my money gone. He turned around again, his money gone again.
Guess what, though? But you know what trumps all of that, though?
What?
Which was smart on his end? The Apple deal.
But they still gonna get a cut off of that.
Of course they're gonna still get a cut.
Yeah.
But guess what? He got money up front.
Do you know that?
I think it was like 20 million or either. I was gonna say 200 million.
How much did he take?
Was it 200 million?
How much did he take? I mean, anything.
No, it wasn't 200. It was 20, I think.
Any money is more money.
No, they didn't. That money that they gave him it had nothing to do with his. I mean, of course, it has something to do with the music and his albums, but it didn't have nothing to do with the labels. And the labels, they were kind of even mad about that because they're like, okay, what? The reason they gave him money is so he can exclusively be on Apple.
Right.
Like, don't fuck with. I mean, even though right now he's on Spotify, I'm listening to the shit right now. So I don't understand what that was about.
They probably gotta pay more.
He wanted to. Well, maybe yeah, but they want him to basically, I guess, represent Apple as far as like the number one go-to choice of the streaming, services or whatever. And then like, I mean, I'm not sure if he did any commercials. I don't know because I'm not there. But basically, they paid him a lot of money.
Right.
To like rep Apple, basically.
Yeah, I mean that is a good look because Apple is worldwide. Because being out here in Asia, a lot of these Asian countries, it's like, their big thing is, they're kind of divided. Like it's mainly Android out here, but it's you got Huawei, which is like Chinese, and then Samsung. People in different Asian countries, they're using Samsung, and there's a lot of Android phones out here, but everybody, especially in Asia, they're looking at it like, nah, Apple is like, that's the phone that they really want to get. Even though it might not have the same specs on their phone, the switchover might be worse, but it's like that brand name. And then once they go with Apple, they automatically, they go over to Apple Music, then they see Drake. So
exactly.
Yeah, right.
Because to them, that's pulling people in. Like they see that that what's the word? Celebrity, like ooh, like Drake or whatever, right?
Yeah, we know.
So,
we don't have a headphone port We don't have
Oh
SD
man,
card.
that's terrible.
We
I
don't.
hate.
We don't have none of that shit. But guess what? We got Drake.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I'm on the fence about even upgrading to the 7 because of that shit. Because they don't have no damn headphone jack.
Man,
that shit's fucked up.
I got me a Samsung Galaxy the other day. I'm never going back. I don't think I'm gonna go back to
Really?
Apple. Nah.
Traitor.
Hey, I mean, I started off on Android.
Oh really? Okay.
I had the first Google phone.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I started off with Android. You know.
But you know what? Like right now, I'm listening to this More Life record, right? That's the shit I like. The song called "Get It Together."
Okay.
And then like Madiba Rhythm, listen to that, and then Passion Fruit. That shit I like.
Right.
Like that. Wait till you hear it. You know what I'm saying? Get It Together.
Okay.
That's that it kind of remind me of like, that sound was big in Chicago a long time ago. I'm talking like when I was a kid. Kind of like that house. Like that deep, what the fuck did we used to call that shit? Like deep house or some shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Like kind of like house music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deep, I forgot the name, whatever. But
yeah.
That's the shit I like that.
Oh, okay.
It's like more musical and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But anyway, Drake. But yeah.
Final thoughts. Take it home.
I think Drake, man, right now, I guess he is. We're going to have to talk about Kendrick Lamar too, but that would be a different episode. But we're going to tie both of them in together. But because he's like maybe, I guess, the number one competitor, would you say? Kendrick?
There's no competition. When it's Drake, there's no competition because it's just too many. It's too many people that are going to make sure that he succeeds, and he's already broken records.
Right.
Already broken record. You can't take that back. Like he's going into. He's a superstar. So
yeah, he is. Yeah.
You can't take that back. You know.
Damn, that's crazy, man.
He has too many records. He can.
That's crazy.
Because we talked about it earlier about falling off. He has too many records. Like he can perform.
Yeah.
He can stop now and perform for the rest of his life. So,
dude, I remember Lil Wayne was in that position, man. And one of these songs Drake have on his More Life album, he said, I might be on a Free Smoke. Maybe. He said, in one line, he said, Lil Wayne had all the authority or some shit. Like he was talking about like how, when he first started. Basically, it was almost like he was sending a shot, but not necessarily. He wasn't trying to make it sound bad. But in so many words, he was saying, now I'm the number one nigga. Back then, Lil Wayne had all the authority. Now look at you now. And look at me. I was like, damn.
Well, like I said in the last episode, I haven't liked Lil Wayne since 2004. So anybody that came out after 2004, they were up on top higher than Lil Wayne to me. But I know Lil Wayne, he had his run. He was doing a bunch of records. So on the charts, he was charting after that. I didn't really, I couldn't get into the Lil Wayne shit. And then when I heard Drake, I'm like, okay, I think Drake kind of, you know what? Drake was competing against Wayne in the beginning.
Yep.
Then it turned around to Wayne has to compete with Drake now because it's like I think
he was up in the bar and shit.
Right. Wayne was looking at Drake like, damn, like I wish I could do that. I wish I could. Right. Wayne's always tried to sing. That shit didn't work. Right. So but Drake, he has the voice. He has the talent. He can sing. He can deliver when it comes to rapping. Right. And now he's doing the whole Jamaican reggae patois. He's crossing over to that lane right now.
Yeah.
So it's.
I'm telling you, dude. Listen to that Madiba Rhythm when you get off of here. That shit is dope, man.
All right.
On More Life, that shit dope.
All right.
I'll listen to that shit right now.
So,
but yeah, I guess he does have it, man.
So my final thoughts, man, is look, Drake. Is he the number one artist? Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
Can't even front. He is.
Is he the number one rapper? Me personally, when I look at what rapping consists of, when you look at the criteria of of what makes a rapper and rapping capabilities and skills and the essence of how rapping and hip hop started, no, I can't give it to him on that level. Pause. It's every time you done a freestyle or you rhymed on the radio, you had your phone with you. There was a running joke. It's like, man, he ain't shit without that phone. You know, they were saying that for the longest. So I can't give him that. Is he a legend? Yes, he's a living legend. I'll give him that. Do I buy his albums? I got a few songs from him, but no, I've never purchased a Drake album. You know, but hey, man, you can't knock success.
Right, he is successful.
Yep.
He just wanna be successful.
I'm not even talking about money.
He made it. Shit.
I'm not even talking about money. I'm talking about skill, talent. He was. Right. You're born with that. He was born with his voice. He was born with, and it probably took some practicing because I remember he had a vocal coach when he came out. I'm laughing at this dude because they recorded. They was recording him on the tour bus, and he had his vocal coach on there.
You know, a lot of artists have that. You'll be surprised.
Oh yeah, well I'm rappers.
Yeah, because it's about strengthening your voice, your vocal cords.
Well, DMX didn't have it.
I mean, he's fucking natural. You know what I'm saying? He's from the fucking grind, the gutter and shit. You know what I mean? That's his fucking vocal coach. The streets.
I was kind of laughing because he was just on the. I saw a video. He was like, do 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 do. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I think I saw that too before. Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey man, he was born. He was what he has now. He was born with it, and he has the image. He's marketable. Probably does good business. He's done some shiesty shit, and he got smacked up for it. But
you're right.
Hey man.
Another thing too, man. He has his head on his shoulder, like he's he has his head on the right way, or I can't think of the terminology I want to say right now, but he has his head on straight and clear, or whatever you want to say. Like, remember we were talking about Lil Wayne, right? He was in the fucking cloud and shit. Drake, he's the total opposite of that.
Right.
He's like, you could tell, because he even said in a lot of his raps, like you guys party too much. Like, I basically stay home, record, and that's all I fucking do.
Right.
Like, I just stay home, make the music, pump out the hits and shit, while y'all motherfuckers out there partying and, you know what I'm saying, doing all other type of bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm in here, taking care of business.
Right. I mean,
and that's what is smart about him.
He might have puffed the weed, just to try it. He might have sipped the lean just to try it. But that motherfucker, he's not a drug addict.
Right.
He's like, hey, he can sit back and be like, hey, wait a minute,
Right, exactly.
Wait a minute, this is what I gotta do. So I gotta handle my business. I'm like, Wayne, this motherfucker, he got signed at what, 14, 13 or whatever. He's still 14, 13.
Right.
Mentally.
And I bet you Drake did learn a lot from that, from looking at that. I bet you when he was around them, I bet you he used to sit back and just look like, damn, I don't want to be like this.
Exactly.
I'm sure he thought that at one period of time.
Right.
Like, looking at Wayne, he was like, you know what, this dude, man, like, this my idol and everything, but I don't want to end up like that. Because I'm sure he know what the fuck was happening to.
Right. You on the same tour bus as Lil Twist and Gutter Gutter and Lil Chucky.
Right.
You like,
so he learned from them, looking at them like, I'm not going to do that shit.
Like Charlamagne says, smart man learns from his own mistakes. Wise man learns from the mistakes of others.
Exactly.
There we go.
Yep. And on that note,
I
guess Drake is number one, and we are outie.
Hey man, the hottesthip-hop.com. Make sure you go to the website, subscribe, and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Head Above Water channel. Subscribe to that on YouTube. We over and we out. You got anything left?
No. I mean, you covered everything. Yeah, go check out the website, hottesthip-hop.com. Go follow us on Facebook at thehottesthip-hop.com.
Okay.
That's just like it sounds, spelled out, Facebook / the hottest hip hop .com. And we on Instagram, the hottest hip hop, and Twitter, the hottest without a T, the hottest S hip hop.
Okay, I'm gonna need to follow that. So
Yeah.
over and we out. Peace.
All right. Peace.